Let's look into the film. In this video of practice, we're looking at Joe Milton under center. Little play action. Good blitz pickup. 99 was there. And, of course, the pass is incomplete here. All right, so 34 motions, and he's on the right hip of Joe Milton. As we can all see here, the play and the design. We're seeing the communication out there. And these are things that I love seeing with the backup quarterback already with the command of the offense a little bit here. All right, and just a dump off pass to 34, who got first team reps too, by the way. He's climbing and improving every single day. Now, there was a lot of scraps out there. There was a lot of scrap, a lot of tempered deals that's going on with this team. There's a con and pro with that. And I think that aggressions and tenacity, you need that in this game, but also you need to control it and also harness that particular energy. But you can see that this team is feistier this season opposed to the last few seasons that we were able to see. Now, we would see how all of this would pretty much pan out, and we all know the saying, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter, and the results need to be week in and week out, that we play with the expectations that we must win, and we play with the temperaments that we are on top of our game. Now, it's good to see this, by the way, and the Cowboys shouldn't be a team that folds up like a wallet or a lunch here, but we just got to control our aggressions, right? Play action, and he throws it to the edge here to Fairweather. Shout out to Fairweather. He's been having a decent camp as well. Little dump off pass to one of the running backs here, and you can see the speed and acceleration there from 33. Pretty good. This is Dak Prescott under center. Like I said, Dak Prescott this training camp, he haven't been on fire or he haven't been cold. He just been right in the middle there with practicing there. And I got to give you guys the real deal. Now, there were some passes today that we look back on and say, hey, what was that? But then again, there were some good things that he was able to exhibit and exude, as well as Joe, okay? So this is Dak Prescott changing up the play, back in shotgun. Running back is to the right hip. They're going by a 3-by-1 formation, and he drops back. He looks left where the heavy side is at, and it is caught by C. Dangerous Lamb, and he points at him. Yeah, letting them know that I'm the real deal. And that's a good play, by the way. You can only double team so many, and by that 3-by-1 look, you have to pick your poison. Do you try to cover the tight end, or do you try to leave and rotate and bracket cover 88? Those are good problems to have on our end, terrible problems for defenses. All right, so we're seeing that formation again. We got George, we got C.D. Lamb, and, of course, Tolbert, all on that one side. So it's all about winning your one-on-ones, a little stack formation in a bunch formation, and we getting things going. He goes to the other side, and he takes the one-on-one advantages of the tight end, which is 87, who caught that touchdown right there. Pretty good. That was a terrible choice of picking Jalen Brooks on the end around. I wouldn't have done that, but shout out to the play caller. Hey, that play, just know to scratch that one off the playlist, right? You know, but it is for what it is, the shotgun. Joe Milton running back on the right hip. He throws it underneath. Come on with it. Good catch by 46, whoever that may be. Y'all look him up for me. All right, 49 motions. He goes back to the right side. They got a stack formation to the left. He drops back. He evades. Keeps on his feet. Keep moving. So if the read is not there, we know for sure Joe will take off and run with it. And you got to take account for his ability to scramble and scrape, and he's able to get necessary yards if necessary. This is Joe Milton in shotgun. Drops back, scans the field, throws a quick slant, and it is caught by Trayshawn Holden, who's been having an unbelievable camp. I like what he's able to do. They get a little chippy out after it, right? They didn't like that. They a little feistiness. Offense versus defense. We see it. I like it, you know. Let me know how y'all feel about the fighting, the chipping, and all of this stuff. All right? And then this is just automatic to my guy Jake Ferguson, the $50 million guy, to Dak Prescott, was able to find him. All right, so that's another touchdown. Shout out to that play. Okay, they got Hunter moving, and then they motion number 9 to the outside. Okay, this is a great formation here. And we're seeing Mingo to the far right, okay? He drops back, and he goes into the directions of Mingo getting first-team reps. I would try to fade ball it to Mingo, not necessarily that play, but I get it. They try to use his size as a positioning ladder there, all right? 71 with the good block on the outside, just a little too long for Tolbert to come down with that, okay? They get into a little chippery again. Boy, they were chippy all day. I like it. I get it, how you guys may feel about the overall team discipline and these sorts of things. But if we can stay chippy all day and keep that energy, just got to control it. Like the Hulk a little bit, control energy. Well, the Hulk, once he get mad, he mad. So they made these guys do a few suicide drills. They call them grassers. But, you know, this is what you do when you don't have your stuff together. At the end of the day, Cowboys disciplinary actions. To a degree, we need some of this, and then again, we need to correct some of this, right? But I do like the fact that Coach Brian Schottenheimer was able to reel all of these guys in and cuss at them a little time. You know, let them know that, hey, I'm your leader. And he had sent one of the rookies home for a punching. So he's real about this, and that's what I like to see. This was at the start of the practice, and wherever you see Junior Adams, you see 3 and 88. Every single start of practice, you see 3 and 88 working with Junior Adams. Now, he don't work with nobody else, but he working with these two right here, you know. And the chemistry is a real thing, and he is teaching these boys aggressions at the top of the route, separation. You know they got short area quickness. We know that they can find the soft spots in the zone. We know that they can high point the ball and pull it up out of the sky. It's just the fact that when we look at what Junior Adams do with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, I believe he's developing a very good plan of action to get these boys going in the right direction. This is the start of practice, too, by the way, of how they get things going, moving and grooving, offense, defense. They pretty much put this out there to let people know that, hey, this is a different vibe. This is the up-tempo. Do you guys remember about last season when we was having these practices that they will gear up and ramp up when they have the mojo moment? Well, in this practice, the entire practice is the mojo moment, right? You already ramped up the entirety of the season of this practice, I meant to say. So I do like that aspect. So it's no ramp up. It's just, hey, we getting out there, we getting right to it for the time that it's allowed it. And I think that this is going to help out with overall team tempo. They playing with an uptick tempo. They practice with an uptick tempo. They have their aggressions with an uptick tempo. So I do like that, and I love seeing that, Cowboy Nation. So if you look over to the far left at the top, you're seeing Josh Butler, who's working the chords. We also seeing my guy Trayvon Diggs working the chords. So these guys are fighting to get back onto the field. And one can argue, man, we need help at DBs. We do. And if the faster these guys can get back out there on the field, the better we would feel about this DB room. All right? And that's what they're doing right here, just making sure that everything is copacetic, as they say. These drills, that's why you're seeing that ball hit the ground. These DBs don't have the best hands, though. Yeah, that's why they DBs, you know, instead of wide receivers. That's what they say. You know, their ball awareness is not the best, but as long as they get around there and block that and catch that, 24 been catching everything. But as long as they catch it and get things moving and grooving, that's okay. You know, 37. Look, watch this. Let me see that spin. Okay. Got to find the ball, 37. There you go. There you go, 37. Just got to be prepared for an opportunity. Yeah. All right, look at 50. 50 good feet. All right, stay upright, 50. Okay. 47, nice hands. Okay. All right, so in this drill, watch. COD. Can he change? Can he keep everything good? Is the flow movement good? Are the hips oily enough to transition? As a linebacker, you got to have good feet. Be where your feet at. Slow feet don't eat, as they say, but you got to be where your feet at, and then you got to be slow until you know. All right, so this is Trayvon Diggs letting people know, man, hey, give me that opportunity. Oh, by the way, I'm going to take the opportunity. And that's what we like to see. The ability to get the work action in and the things that people just don't see and the things that people just don't understand. That out here working on chords all day, shoot. That helps out with a whole bunch of things, man. Open you up, dexterity. You going against resistance, and it's working all of your lower body extremities, man. So shout out to them. They continue to put their work action in. I love what I'm able to see out of this, okay? All right, so we are seeing this on the far side. Joe Milton, little play action. This is just a warm-up red zone deals here, going through some plays. I wanted to showcase some special teams. It was intriguing to know that we see Tolbert out there as a special team returner. I've seen Elam do a special team return, which was really good. 34, he looked spectacular doing special team stuff. And number 9, of course, that's his position right there. Another little huddle. Y'all know how it goes with the Cowboys. These guys letting them know, hey, man, it's good to have some aggressions, but temper it just a little bit. All right, so this is them doing the other side within the 20, getting close to the red zone here, offense. And to me, it looks as if though they are very much so well thought out with this particular situation. Now, the ball batted up, and 94 was able to get that. I don't know if they counted that as an INT. You guys can rewind, review for me, and see whether or not that was an INT. All right, so Dak Prescott didn't like what he see, and he changes the play. The running back is now on the left hip of Dak. That's Miles Sanders, and he putting the ball in the belly of the running back. He damn near goes untouched, all right? A little bunch play right there. Throw it at the feet of 56. All right, let's see what we have here. He drops back, throws a fade ball, and it's caught. Lamb been lambing, right? And then he goes back to the watering well. You got 1 and 88 on the right side, and you have Pickens on the left side now. And look at the confusion from the defense. They don't really know what to do because now it's ISO. You can't guard everybody. So he motioned Lamb, and then he goes to another fade ball and said, hey, Pickens, I can do the same. So that combination there, I do like both of them, 88 and 3. If them two can get that combination going as it relates to the ability to cover the red zone and score when we get there, ooh-wee, I'm going to be happy. But let's pump the brakes a little bit. We're talking about practice, not a game, right? And number 34 was just so wide open in the flat there. You got to hit him. You got to feed him if no one else is there. No need to force it when you get into the red zone, money zone, green zone. I'm looking at it as if you got to always make sure that you come away with some points. Got to come away with some points. I know we don't want to settle for 3, but you got to at least come away with some points, right? That's what I'm looking at for the 2025 season. Put the ball in the belly of the running back. What really intrigues me about Jadon Blue is he a willing, learning type of running back, and he's not afraid to run in between the splits. I like seeing it. All right, another fade ball, and it's just nice to number 49 for your mind. That's John Stevens, I believe. Y'all can let me know if I'm correct. I think that's John Stevens, who's quietly making a comeback at tight end spot. All right, can't stop these boys on the edge. It's 85. Princeton fan. Not Noah, but the cousin of Noah, and he's able to catch that right there, okay? So the Cowboys got Joe Milton under center. Will they do the tush push? Nope. But what they will do is drop back, play action, looks right, Throws right and just throws it away. Yeah, you throw it away. Sometimes the best play to throw it away. Keep the drive alive. Okay, Dak Prescott under center. Free play. Nope. All right. Thought it was a free play. Okay. Milton under center. Putting the ball in the belly of the running back. And 33 showing off some quickness and some moves there. And like I said, you can't get that brother down with just an arm tackle. And I know the people, running backs is a hard position to evaluate. But I'm telling you guys right now, this running back room is a whole lot better than what I seen last season. But feel however you want to feel. Look at my guy, 40 ounce, Hunter Lupke. Yes, indeed. I like what I'm seeing out of him as well. The usage. Shoot, I bet you he was happy that he got a single solo play by himself instead of just being a lead blocker. Here's Dak under center. Don't like what he see. Changes up the play. Gets into shotgun. Running back is on the right hip of Dak Prescott. They go by 2-by-1. He drops back. He looks to the right side of the field. Passes it to Ryan Flanoy. Okay. All right, Dak Prescott, shotgun. Okay. And pay attention. Running back left hip. Motions to the right side. That's Kevontae Turpin that was in the backfield. Climbs the pocket. Throws it underneath to Jalen Brooks. Appreciate Jalen Brooks for all that he's doing in these last few days. All right. And putting the ball in the belly of 37, he get tackled for loss. Yeah, they letting them know, like, hey, all of that extra running around stuff, man, we getting tired of that. That's what really pisses off the defense to a degree, right? So 77 and 45, Fairweather motion to the right side of the field. All right, so he drops. He don't like what he sees, right? Shift line protection. They showing blitz. They're going to bring more than they can block. Okay, good pickup. All right. I got about 2 yards off of that. And that is Jadon Blue. Keep in mind, Deuce Vaughn is battling hamstring issues, soft tissue issues, so he didn't really practice with the team today. He just worked the cords. All right, Milton under center, putting the ball back into the belly of the running back. Good, hard downhill runner. And for measures, he haven't put the ball on the ground yet, and they've been trying to get it out of his hand. It's good to see. But we're going to talk about this, right? Because one of the things about Jadon Blue is that he liked to play basketball with the football. All right, so this is Joe Milton under center. All right, to go I formation. He drops back. He climbs. He throws it underneath the 37. Yeah, and you're not getting him down with just an arm, by the way. 37 is Bill Maffa, and he's really big. All right, so this is Schoonmaker. He motions back inside. They got one rotating to the right side, Dak under center. And good end around with Lamb. That play nearly tricked me out. I like seeing that because it's just the focus of the attention. You thought that he was trying to run inside, and it's just a nice little scoop to the outside. I like seeing that, Cowboy Nation. Here's Dak Prescott under center again. Good hard run up the gut right here. 41-1, but it was a run play, which is Donovan Ezaraku if you go back and look at that. All right, so they're back down here in the red zone. Let's see what they call up from right here. Cowboy Nation. 41 moves out. They put 54 in the game, and we already know his name. Sam I Am Williams. Come on with it. Or Slam Williams comes off of the edge here. All right, plays in coverage, and Dak just throws it to the feet of Ferguson. So I'm going to put a negative note on that from Dak. Like, what are you doing, boy? What you doing? All right, throws it, back pedal, throws it off his back feet. Incomplete once again. Good shutdown by the defense. Defense won that series as they call upon team number 2, okay? And Jadon Blue gets tackled for a loss there, okay? Because they're doing two-hand touch, basically. And get about 2-3 yards here. Up the gut. Shotgun. Running back right hip of Joe Milton. Motion Trayshawn Holden. into the inside. Pay attention to the motion, man. And he throws it. And great catch by Trayshawn Holden. One hand grab, man. I'm telling you, that kid got every chance and every right to fight for a spot on this team. To me personally, I know Jalen Brooks been showing us something. But come on, Trayshawn Holden is just ahead, in my opinion. If you just got to see it in the preseason game, I always look at this like the gladiator sport. You got to win your freedom papers by winning it out there in preseason game. And, of course, 33 is running hard down the gut there. I like the temperaments of the correct way of using your running backs, right? You want to pound. You want to be able to be finessed at times. You want to be able to do those things. And if it's only can happen when you get things going the best way possible. This is Mingo with the catch, making it to the first team offense here. You can't get mad at that. I think that sides with him. So with Mingo and Trayshawn Holden, I think that them two will bring in a little bit more bite than what we've seen out of Ryan Flournoy and to a degree Jalen Brooks. This is going to be very, very much so interesting on how they do their selections with all of this. Good pickup, 86, the safety relief valve, good situation there. Good pickup by the O-line for your mind too, by the way. All right, so this defense, the defense ready to knock somebody out. And I can feel it. That's why they've been fighting. All right, orbital motion. They took that away, and they go deep, and it's picked off. You got to see better than that. Elam with the catch, with the INT. And, of course, Dak and CD is having a long conversation about that. And it was just a terrible on both sides of it, on whether it's CD's fault or Dak's fault. Look, Elam is saying, no worries. I'm the camp hero over here. I think Elam is having, about 4 or 5 INTs since we've been here. It's only been week 2 now, going into week 2. And Joe throws it away. So as we look at everything, Cowboy Nation, this is pretty much the look of the second team here. And you're seeing Turpin. You're seeing 81 on the field. You're seeing Jalen Brooks. You're seeing 34. Got a lot of speed out here, right? And they show a delayed blitz. Throws it underneath. Good and proper way to read that. All right, so making sure that you give it to your release valve guy. All right, so this is how practice pretty much ended. And look at it. Yo. At the end of the day, regardless of what we say about this team, as long as they keep that fight in their heart, you just got to know when and where to do it. Don't throw no punches because you got to control that aggression. Punches get you out, especially of the National Football League when you close fists and you try to swing. And then the bad things can happen. You know, you can break your hand and all of this stuff. So it's good to have the aggressions, but it's bad to continue to swing punches and stuff like that. And coach doing coach thing of taking control of this team, Cowboy Nation. All right, so this is pretty much the conclusion of practice. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. Let me know how you guys feel. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Let's get it. Salute.